Now, Fox News' sexual harassment scandal has claimed yet another casualty. This time, and this is in multiple news reports, Bill Shine, former co-president of Fox News, recently resigned. He left the network on Monday amid accusations that he helped to cover up sexual harassment, as well as retaliating former employees who came forward with their own allegations. So that's fairly serious, right? Not only is it like cover up, but it's like retaliation. Fox News announced in a release on Monday that Shine had, quote, resigned and will leave the company after helping the transition over the next few weeks. Now, Rupert Murdoch, executive chairman of Fox News, Fox Business, and the parent company 21st Century Fox, called this, quote, a significant day for all at Fox News. Bill Shine has played a huge role in building Fox to its present position, Murdoch said in this network statement. Now, this comes just a couple of days after New York Magazine's Gabriel Sherman reported on Thursday that Murdoch's sons, James and Lachlan, CEO and co-chairman of 21st Century Fox, had refused Shine's request for a public statement of support. So Shine's like, hey, dude, I'm getting hammered with all these allegations. You going to come to my defense or what? No, we're not going to defend your ass. You're on your own, buddy. What do you think this is? Like, we're Fox News. We're not going to defend you anymore. Despite the fact that they defended Ailes, they defended O'Reilly for so many years. But again, now O'Reilly's out. Everything's changing, Ron. I'm scared.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's changing. I can't handle change. No, I'm kidding. I almost sounded like a conservative there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I can't handle the change. I can't handle it.
I'm scared of change.
My head's gonna explode. Now, Gabriel Sherman, the guy who first reported on Ailes and then reported on Bill O'Reilly and some of the other stuff at Fox News, and he works for New York Magazine. He reported on Thursday last week that Murdoch's sons, James and Lachlan, I'm sorry, I said that already. Let me get to this part about the tweets, right? In recent days, per source, there's talk among Fox News women about circulating a petition inside the network calling for Shine's firing. Again, that happened last week. Obviously, turns out, hey, they really didn't need to. They were going to get rid of the guy. Gone. Likely, I think that he was pressured to resign or encouraged, I guess, to step down, probably with lots and lots of money, just like Bill O'Reilly. And the other one, as far as Fox News co-hosts are concerned, or other hosts, Fox News talent, I put that those quotations there. Stunned by the news of Shine's exit, I have no idea what is going on, one host had told him. Well, I know what's going on. It's new management. The Murdoch sons are reportedly, and I'm not sure if this is entirely true, but this is what I read in some other reports, they're slightly more liberal than their father, if that says anything. Right? Slightly. And again, I don't know. But the more important part of that is that they're looking to transform the network into something that's more, that's I guess, less Fox News and more CNN. Because obviously that's what the American people want. They want more CNN.
More CNN, man. We need more.
We need more CNN. No, we don't. Now look.
Again, interestingly enough, man, and I'm not necessarily defending CNN here, but out of the three networks, they have been the least frustrating. As of recent, I've been more frustrated by MSNBC, mostly because they're supposed to be on our side. They're really not. And a lot of the hysteria that they're doing is a great disservice. And I know we're going to talk about that more later, so I don't want to get too, I don't want to go off on a beaten path now. But CNN has actually been the least frustrating. Not to say they haven't been frustrating, but compared to the other two, CNN's been keeping the cleanest nose, at least what I've been paying attention.
Yeah, but it's the problem though that we've always had with CNN is not that they do bad reporting, is that they're more corporate, right? They try to play things too much down the middle, and that they're not as factual, right? I mean, they're not. It's more of a false equivalence thing. And that's the problem. As far as, I mean, not really them. I'm not saying that they're not factual. They don't do factual reporting. They do, but they do too much in trying to promote the other side as well to avoid being labeled as liberal. So that's my issue with them.
Yeah, they're not objective. They're neutral.
Yes,
and they give this equal lip service. I mean, I would say that all the networks are guilty of that, though, except for Fox News. And the only reason they're not guilty of that is because they have this ridiculous right-wing slant.
Or that's what
I think MSNBC does the same thing. And there was actually a clip recently, to your point, that really points to that, where they had this on CNN. They had this climate change skeptic.
I think I covered that.
Was talking about how the Earth is getting greener, climate change is a hoax, blah blah blah. And then they had Bill Nye talking to the guy, and Bill Nye kind of called CNN out. We did this clip on the Jimmy Dore show. Bill Nye called CNN out, and he said, "Look, it's ridiculous that you guys are making this false equivalency as if there's just like the science community is split. If you were being responsible, you'd have this one skeptic over here that, and then you would also point out, you would follow the money trail to find out where this guy's paycheck's coming from, because usually that says it all.
Right.
And then you would have not just Bill Nye, but about 98 or 99 other scientists, because that's about the amount of dissent in the scientific community. It's about 1%, and it's the scientists that are compensated by ExxonMobil, that are compensated by the oil and gas companies. And, when you talk to anybody in the science community that's not compromised by something like that, it's laughable. I mean, me and my cousins are both scientists, and they, politically they're a little more moderate than I am, and we've talked about living wages and stuff like that. And they always, I'll bring up some statistics, they'll bring up other statistics, and they'll be like, well, you got to take statistics with a grain of salt, because there's still people in the science community that think climate change isn't real. Like it's an arguing point for them to expose something ridiculous, like by saying, like, well, there's still some people that think climate change isn't real in the science. Like, it's laughable to them. Like, they know those people are corrupt corporate hacks. So even among the more conservative scientists, of course, climate change is going on. So it's beyond bogus to deny climate change at this point. But our corporate media gives lip service to these dissenting fringe views, which are just, corporate views, really, because they're getting a paycheck. And they make it out as if there's an actual debate, where really there isn't. And Bill Nye pointed that out on CNN recently.
Right. And that's the overall point that we're getting to, is that you have these false equivalencies on CNN. So do we really need Fox News to become another CNN? I mean, if they're still going to do the same thing, right now they're giving an excessive voice to those people, right? And afterwards, they're still going to give a voice to those people, but they'll try to balance it out. You know what I mean? So really, is this going to be that big of a change? That big of a difference?
I don't think there's a huge difference. Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's a huge difference between Fox News and CNN. I would say that CNN has slightly more integrity compared to Fox News. I would definitely say that. But I mean, Jesus, man, we're considering, we're comparing vomit to a turd sandwich, really. I mean, so it's essentially, what are you going to do?
Hey, everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.